If this goes to a third map. Now a bit of a composition change coming out from Team Secret as we find out about their little ban patterns, banning Pearl. I mean, surely ZETA also likes Pearl, but this has just been a go-to ban for Team Secret, so no big surprise there. Now they've swapped out the Cypher, right? They've transitioned over to the Viper, so going for that double controller setup, the Viper with the Astra, I mean, oh, and you know, that does mean Dubstep going to be on that. Jesse Vash going to play the Breach as well, so a bit of a row swap as well. Jesse Vash usually playing that Cypher on Split.
All right, we're ready to go here. ZETA on that attacking side, pretty evenly split. Nothing too action-packed just yet to start things off. Although we do see some stacking over here in Sewer. The Viper wall cutting diagonally through mid, and a push over here into Ramen.
Okay, oh, and the fault line comes in as well, but Sugar Zero already on the jump just a bit. Actually, Deb covers for him.
Sugar Zero now going to come out. Borkum is there and receives that with a headshot. Sugar Zero out of the picture now as we traded it out 4-4. The spike now rapidly moving through Sewers.
Oh, Envy. Oh, Envy. Deb reads that like a book. I mean, goes for the surprise play here. But at the end of the day, Deb aware enough, and this is a good sign for ZETA. Deb already has this much awareness and focus on clearing every angle carefully, and he's getting the frags that you want him to as that entry, as that kind of star carry that ZETA's been looking for. A good start to map 1.
All right, we see some shots fired over there into the Astra bubble. We've got Debstep lurking over inside, and he does get one.
30 seconds
Smoke's
left.
gonna end soon, though.
Oh, Borkum gets another, actually.
Yeah, Borkum with the right support.
Player standing.
Can't clean it up, though.
All right, Borkum going to come down 10, just behind the screen over here, behind the pillars. Laz, is he going to do a wide wrap around? It looks like he is, but Laz's shot a little bit too quick, and that'll be the first win there for ZETA. But I would say overall a very interesting pistol round here to start this off on Split.
Yeah, Team Secret going for the hard push out of B main. You know, I don't mind the idea. You got some early intel now. They weren't able to clear out Sugar Zero. It actually ends up baiting themselves right into the crosshairs of Deb. Deb actually showcasing the new Radio Night Entertainment System pistol as well. You know what's really sad, just to sidetrack a little bit before we go into round 2, is I got an ace with the RES Phantom the other day.
Oh, yeah?
I couldn't remember my shortcut key to save my replay. So it's gone forever, and no one will ever believe me.
Gone. The truth is it never happened. You're trying to trick me right now, William. Round 2 here. ZETA with a pretty standard push. We have TS. They've tried to do a push through mid. This is going to come down to a retake. It's not going to be an easy one. There is nothing here to cover A, and the wide wraparound through B is going to make a comfortable spike plan here for ZETA to start things off as they can spread out, fan out on the map. Uh-oh, hold on.
Yep, going to walk right into Sugar Zero. Team Secret being on all...
Hold on. He just turned at the last second, but one.
Now, does he expect more than one?
Now, there's a lot that could be coming here, but they might think he wraps all the way back around. This could be a surprise moment as they get to the bottom of the sewer.
Down as well. They don't expect this.
Yeah, the lurk is just too good.
Oh,
my God.
my.
All right, send the rest of them to Sugar Zero. Let's see if this is an ace. This is crazy. He gets another one.
Oh, he's on the hunt. Look at him
He's
run.
like, where's Borkum?
10 says, well, I got to live, bro. No ace for you, but a clean, flawless over to the side of ZETA. Now, TS, they had gone for all classics on that second round. I don't think they would have minded just dying to the spike at some point, but they were already quite fanned out going for these deep flanks. So eventually, Sugar Zero actually just able to pick off them one by one. And I mean, I know it's early, it's just 2 rounds, but the way the players are playing on ZETA, right? Sugar Zero with the crafty plays, Death with the focus in the pistol round. It's a good sign for ZETA fans and ZETA believers. Now, recycling all their weapons here for the bonus round.
Right, A is going to be the target once again. They do have a very deep lurk here with Sugar Zero, just checking outside a garage. First line of defense will be Dubstep again. And this time that line of defense does work. Envy gets a drop on Deb as well. The numbers thin out here for ZETA. Potential still there.
Yeah, good cover from Envy just to make sure Dubstep can get out alive. Just going to send out that sync bite just in case as well. Now, they don't have information on the B side, but with the numbers advantage and the weapon advantage, Team Secret, they're trying to play to just keep heaven, right? They're just making sure, on both sides, they're just making sure they can go for the retakes. They know they have the numbers advantage. They don't want to get into these close quarter fights where they can get swung on. And Dubstep with a snappy shot against Laz.
ZETA slowly disappearing here in this game. It's going to be inside event. where they're going to be stuffed up into mid. You can try to see if they can get any drops. The ideal situation would at least be to get a plant.
And they're trying to fake it out onto B just to see if they can get a plant or an easy kill here on A. Envy just jiggle peeking that. No reason to fight it, right? Dubstep's waiting on the bottom. Ooh, trusting the fault line a bit too much.
Oh, and they're not, it looks like Dubstep isn't able to quite get that shot, but then he gets the follow-up. And that's going to be a Dubstep with a brilliant round there. Team Secret's first win on the board. I do like what ZETA tried to do, but it was shut down too quickly up at ramp. We now go into round 4.
Yeah, now Sugar Zero with the 4K earlier. Already completes the Cosmic Divide. Dubstep, meanwhile, getting his own 4K now, 1 point away from the Viper's Pit. Now, at the very end here, I actually like what ZETA tried, is they just sent Crow in as Sugar Zero is covering, trying to fish out for, you know, 1 extra kill here. But Dubstep able to clean it out just in time up on Heaven. Now, the Cosmic Divide, ZETA, do you use it to really secure the momentum and the economic advantage? We'll have to wait and see. The 0 points, that's also going to be kind of a deal breaker on either side. Obviously, a unique composition change. And we've seen it in the past. Do some great work when you want to go in for these side executes, really denying all that defensive utility.
Well, they're not going to find much information here in mid. It's over at B stairs where, you know, it's going to be the closest encounter. It does seem like the spike is once more. Oh, no, never mind. Going to turn back around in through sewers. They're going to see if they can't just try to secure up in mid, figure out which side might be weaker, and go from there.
Okay, so now that they've taken over vents, or most of it, they realize that this toxic screen was just to buy time in mid, and that the agenda from Team Secret, again, should be to just keep control of Heaven. They're even hearing the guiding lights come in, so they know that, okay, Team Secret, they're playing for Heaven on either site. Can we clear out the site itself is a big question now. Cosmic Divide coming in. Envy trying to provide backup in the site from screens. He's already filled it up.
It looks like they've sold it pretty well. We have a lot of rotations over here towards A, but it's going to be right up into Heaven.
Ooh.
Jeremy is the first line of defense.
Great play from Jeremy to buy time. He's hiding behind the box. They don't expect it. Oh, Crow checks it last second.
Borkum dropped over there in the plant site of B. Over here, Jesse Vash is trying to fire at some shots. Tries to blind, checks Heaven, nobody's there, might swing to the right. Can't get a shot to connect, and backs off.
Oh, I love the Cosmic Divide. It works just enough as a fake where they can keep the numbers advantage. Now, Team Secret, they didn't overcommit to it, but at the end of the day, they had to play a disadvantageous fight. Now they have to clear so much before they actually go for the retake. Oh, the patience. The patience from Laz.
1 enemy remaining.
He's coming in from behind. They don't have any idea.
Doing it. Laz has a really good lurk. The defuse has started. I don't know that he can get over here in time.
Yeah, there's cover. It's behind the box. He can't get to it. He's just looking for the kills. He wants to do economic damage, and Jesse Vash says, no way. I'm not giving this up.
Oh! Tied up 2-2. He's just like, I'm just going to squat so hard back here.
Throws his sheriff out just to try to buy some time, see if Laz reacts to it. It does save him. I mean, it keeps Laz from hard swinging on there.
Funny moment back there. We now go to round 5. Team Secret is doing a great job here with catching up. Jeremy now with the operator. Looks like he's set up to try to get the first pick over here in Garage. Although we don't have that many agents from ZETA collected over at that point. Viper's Pit comes down in mid, making this an undesirable place to try to push, unless they're going to be really ambitious.
Oh, I love the way Team Secret has set this up. They once again take control of Garage, and as soon as Jeremy found his position, they rotated everyone over to A Heaven. As long as they can keep that, they're confident in the retake, because mid has been covered through the pit. So all you have to do is deny ramp, and you know that ZETA is trapped on the site. You know they have to come into A. Team Secret has a good read on this round.
Scout destroyed.
Jesse Vash ready. Scout comes out here beautifully done.
Oh,
he takes out 2 before Crow can finish them off. 3-3 right now, but it's not clear how many more are waiting up for them over at A.
Okay, this is just going to confirm
Yeah.
that the remaining members are elsewhere. They see one trying to go through vents. The problem is they don't have any way of fishing out Borkum's position, so they have to go in together. Oh, the flash and the gravity well!
Oh, beautiful setup. Borkum shot down immediately. Jeremy is wrapping around along with Dubstep.
30 seconds
But this
left.
is going to be a tough retake.
Yeah, with the operator.
How are you going to make this work? All they have to do is not peek.
Yeah, I mean, I think you save it. It's one of those rounds where it feels bad, and you start to wonder, are we just going to end up having to save the operator every round? Okay, so because of that, they're just going to go for it. At this point, though, the fragment has bought enough time. I don't think you go for this. Oh, Jeremy has the angle. Great flashbang from Crow, and he doesn't peek it. I love it. Crow is playing so safe. They're just not giving the
Player
angle.
standing.
Laz gets the drop. Zeta looking beautifully. Beautiful execution there. Close that out. 3-2 now. And I gotta say, you know, it's a tricky call. I like the way you said that, William. You know, it's like, oh, are we just gonna try to save the operator every round? You know, like if we can't get in there. They tried to make it work, but now that operator's out of the picture, at least for the next round or two for them.
And that moment earlier on the replay, I mean, the setup was nice from Team Secret of using the Trailblazer, but that also works as bait for them to peek against you. Jesse Vash tries to swing on it. He does get 2, but eventually Zeta wins out on the eventual trade. Crow, now he's been playing better and better ever since he's been really going for this KO on a lot of these Masters of Zeta division. So curious to see if he can put up those numbers again today.
And I love the same Viper's wall, but it's randomized whether or not there's really anybody behind it or not. So they always want to try to use that utility to get in there. They drop it for a second. See, it's going to be Deb fishing for information. There is a push being set up here in the mid, but the crossfire is looking pretty good right now between Dubstep and Jesse.
Here.
Okay, so Team Secret, I mean, they're doing everything correctly in terms of changing up where they're pushing out, the way they're taking mid control, the way they're trying to condition Zeta into always having to spend time to check for this.
Poison's off.
Jeremy's going to be the first one to
Screen
sight.
down.
That's the setup right now. If he sights, he's just going to jiggle peek back, and Envy will swing with that flash.
They've come through here now.
Oh, the flash doesn't hit. They can't follow through. Great movement coming out from 10.
Deb lurking down here. He's going to take the rope down, which makes it so easy to be killed by the judge. Oh, that was a crazy situation. He tried to snag.
Yeah, they trusted the Aftershock to do the work, but eventually, actually, Envy's still able to clean house. Now, Jesse Vash has picked up a rifle, but he's so low. It is a 2v1. The Rolling Thunder just to clear sight?
This is wild. I don't know that he can get the plant. He can just keep rotating here.
Oh, but that signifies where you are, Jesse. The risk.
Oh! Clutch moment. Beautifully done. We're tied up 3-3.
Well, who am I to doubt the
Who
father
needs
of
hit points?
esports in Philippines, right?
What if you shoot him in the face, William? What then?
I mean, then you win. You know what?
Most of your hit points are in your face.
That is true.
Don't forget that.
That is true. I mean, the Aftershock trying to deny anyone peeking for that weapon. Eventually it doesn't work out, but Jesse Vash will clean house.
Yeah, such an even fight so far.
I need to blow something up.
Okay, just trading blows back and forth. Continuing to see Zeta committing to the half-armor buys here. Now, the theory behind that for anyone who hasn't been keeping up across all the different regions, you know, Fnatic kind of showcasing the benefit of it at Lock-in. Now a lot of EMEA teams piling on. A couple teams in the other regions as well, including Pacific here. But, you know, it just gives you 1 or 2 extra rounds that you can buy rifles for. And that's really what you're gunning for.
Well, A is a bit open here. We have a pretty wide spread, so it's going to come down to some of these picks. We've got Dep picking Dubstep off as the B site now has filled up with the Viper's ulti. Oh!
Okay, but Deb eventually goes down, and they realize the spike still hasn't been planted. Team Secret, they realize that the spike was not in sight yet, but they couldn't follow the Seekers through to the pit. So unfortunately, now their goal is they're wondering if it's a fake. I mean, I don't think this was entirely intended by Zeta, but now they have to wonder, oh, was this pit the fake? You see Borkum checking on A.
So it's going to be a very quiet slip-in. They're going to set up safely cross over
30
the
seconds left.
area where you could peer in from heaven. And this spike's going to go down.
Oh, you have
now,
no stopper.
This,
Oh, the no command
denied.
shuts it down.
Beautifully done. They preempted that so well.
But Jeremy still gets the pick onto 10, but they don't know Sugar Zero. He's been lurking for so long.
Yeah, almost didn't get that spray down. That was a little scary there for a second. Envy's coming forward. Pop flash.
Gonna dodge it in time.
Remaining.
The swing from
Oh!
Borkum. But still, it's a 1v2. He knows that Sugar Zero was up on Heaven. He's trying to bait this out. They know the defuse hasn't happened yet.
Enemy remaining.
Borkum gets one,
Okay, I'm still on it.
and he almost gets another. We got Crow on the run here. He's just trying to buy time.
Come on, diffuse.
He fakes the hold.
Oh, I
think
think he
it's
was
too late.
slightly late. Oh, he was slightly
Goodbye,
late.
world.
Tasteless off by a sliver.
Wow.
The idea was there from Bork. You can't. Oh man. I mean, that was the best shot he had. It was really a matter of do you get the kill, you know, 0.5 seconds before. Do you take that extra step to the left or not? I mean, what a spray from Jeremy there.
Come now, come on. Defuse.
Yeah,
Defuse.
it's a tough situation. Anything where that you can use it in a circular position and just keep rotating, keep spinning around. It can be the pillar we saw there. Of course, we see it many times with the pillar over on the A site. And yeah, I mean, I think Borkum played incredibly, but ultimately that's that kind of planter's advantage you get. Now it's up to you to try to defuse. This time, we have the spike stacked up at A, but the double stack defending up and ramp over here from Team Secret. We've seen this work before. Question now is, can it work again?
Well, and the other problem is they think they have full control of mid, but they know that Sugar Zero has been lurking this entire, you know, map. So they have to still watch both sides. They can't actually choke onto Zeta's position. So at the end of the day, if Zeta, as long as they stay grouped up together, they should be able to power through. They know they have the weapons advantage. Oh, and they're going to hard commit to all the info as well. Couldn't actually break the Trailblazer. It should spot both members, so Jeremy also going to have to back out.
Yeah, there really hasn't been much headway made here positionally for Zeta. They had a heavy stack up in mid, Team Secret did.
Now, I like the adjustment that Team Secret makes off of that, though, right? Borkum pushes out of B main, so they're still having overall relative same power across the map, but the weapons disadvantage. I mean, you're at a loss here in mid. Jeremy just has to hide until the spike gets planted.
But we've seen Zeta be a little bit too liberal with the time they have on the map, and you know, you have a couple sheriffs, maybe you get a shot or two.
Okay, Showstopper being committed as well. They're sending everything here. Zeta, they just want to string together these rounds.
Yeah, and they're going to get that plant set up this time just in the very back corner here of A.
Now, the position's great from Team Secret. They also have a Cosmic Divide. Not a great way to use it given their positions, but they have the crossfires. The only thing is 10. Can they clear 10 first? Jeremy's aware of it. Couldn't get the kill.
Quick rotation, but his scope's in the wrong area. Checked heaven and gave up on it a little bit too soon.
But Sugar Zero is already on the flank as well, right? Because you lost a duel to 10, you're already at a numbers disadvantage even then.
Pro has the right idea, but he is picked off. Zeta gets the 5th win, and a delightfully back and forth first half so far.
To scatter from my stuff. Super easy to pick off.
Well, Team Secret, I mean, you've made some adjustments to your composition, well aware that teams might target your split map pick here, but Zeta is showing why they picked this map.
Yeah, great round from them. Again, not an easy one, though, for Team Secret.
Now, I will say, I agree with that, but I will say what I like from Zeta is they're not holding back, right? If they think they have a chance of winning the round, they will secure it, because on this split, they want to do whatever they can to get the lead in the attacking half. Then they'll feel much more comfortable once the sides switch. Already at 5 rounds, you know, they're okay. It's status quo already, considering the attacking side of split. 1 or 2 extra. An excellent first half then for Zeta.
This time around, there's going to be a bit more probing here through mid. Now, we've seen this consistently, the Viper wall. Sometimes there's people ready behind it, other times there's not, but it does force Zeta in those moments to burn through some utility to confirm and not overextend. They do get up in events, but they haven't found anybody. They haven't gotten a pick yet. Nobody's really shown their position so far. I think they did just get spotted up in vents through with that bird.
Yeah, I think they did pop it right at the end. Of course, we swapped screens right before, but here's the thing is that by taking mid control and with these 0 points, they've actually forced Team Secret to always take these far back angles. They can always eventually pinch onto either site, and unless Team Secret stacked it, they'll always have a numbers advantage. The only difference, was Team Secret taking garage control, but now the Seekers to force them away. The main force up in heaven as well.
There's not a lot of time in the round here. Just make them down if Borkum can hold garage, but the flank comes in, and they clean him out. Jesse now is going to be down here.
He hears
in
him
the mud, and they take him out. Now they got to get over there. 10 seconds left, and that's going to be a dubstep. The last one left, with a little bit of legwork here before he can get up into B. Triple stack ready. People kind of low on HP. We got Sugar Zero healing up. He's going to be full now.
Now he's not quite well aware of 10's position. He suspects it, but it wasn't confirmed. He sees the barrel of the gun,
my friend, your gun's too long.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Those are the times you wish you had that shorty.
You wish you had a sawed-off.
Oh.
And
oh my gosh! How does Laz survive that? He was already so low.
Now Laz is gonna bait him over here.
Yep, he's just playing Ring Around the Rosie. This is set up for Sugar
Yeah.
Zero.
He's like, it looks like your gun is too long, my friend.
Well, a great attacking half so far from Zeta Division. Timeout finally coming into play from Team Secret.
Yeah, and look, this was a very back and forth game, but it does seem like Zeta's starting to boost up and get ahead here. But I'm loving the way these matches are looking so far. The rounds, I guess we could say, in this match are looking.
And the thing is Team Secret, they are playing a bit too much with their own assumptions, right? And this is something that Zeta actually used to have a weakness on. But for instance, we've called out that toxic screen. You've mentioned it a couple of times in these rounds, Tasteless, but the toxic screen in mid, okay, having people behind it or not, depending on the round, okay, that's great. That's step one. But
yeah,
you have to realize now, in I think 8 out of these 9 rounds, maybe 7 out of these 9 rounds, Zeta's eventually always taking control of mid no matter what. And they've actually forced you to keep falling far behind. At that point, that toxic screen is not doing anything, right? I mean, sure, they're using utility, but they're using things like the 0 point, like the paint shells, which is not crucial to the way that Zeta's been entering either of these sites. And that just gives them an opportunity to always get a pinch, which that's why Split is a hard map to attack on. It's hard to get these 2 points of entry.
Right.
You're just constantly giving it up on the belief that the toxic screen will do something.
Yeah, it's been a tricky round, especially that last one back there. Our timeout's over. We're ready to go back into this game.
Yeah, so I'm curious if there's any change to that. I mean, obviously on this round, maybe no need to show anything new. Now, I think Team Secret knows the challenge is that they do have to push out of A main or B main. I mean, also, obviously, this round it is an eco, but the problem there is Zeta's also been well prepped for that.
They're going to rush it.
Oh, they're checking every angle.
Dude, this is exactly what they needed. What?
Oh, he has to reload.
I can't believe they got those sheriff shots, but that's what happens, man. But the counter push may be pretty strong as well. Pro takes out Jesse Vash.
Well,
Flash up here confirms the presence of Indy.
Yeah, this is just that you have to fight gun for gun here because otherwise Zeta would be giving up free rifles. Now Borkum already on the flank. Zeta suspects it because it wasn't all 5 members.
One enemy remaining.
Pro with the focus.
I gotta say though, this was a great start here for Team Secret. I mean, at least making them buy their guns into the next round. If Dubstep could get another shot or two, that would be ideal. Zeta, in a classic Zeta fashion, lets the clock tick a little bit longer. Always a patient team, sometimes too patient, although I think this is a perfect moment to do exactly what they're doing here.
Spike dropped.
All right, so Laz taking the initiative. Crow also only 1 point away from his null command, so it would be ideal for him to get the plant. All right, 30 seconds. Wow, very patient on a potential extra
left.
flank here. Do they check? Oh, Dubstep waits for another person.
So he was basically hoping he could see maybe 2 or 3 players come out along with that. Sometimes it's better to just hold the shot in and see if you can get a full clear. But you know, that's what happened, and that's why that looked like that. But let's not forget that incredible moment with the push out right over through a entry here, where we saw, you know, the Sheriff play get a couple kills on rifle-armed Zeta players.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at that evil laugh.
Zeta, I think Zeta's just very well aware of what Team Secret wants to do, their style of play. And even with the compositional change, the toxic screen has not been providing the value that Secret's looking for. I mean, again, right, the 0 point checks that vent. It's clear no one's behind that screen. Guiding light again, they're like, okay, mid's empty.
Yeah, and in a site that has not gotten that much early round attention, we might see a push in there now. Double stack over here at Garage.
Grenade!
Oh, because of this star, that's why Zeta was waiting for a potential push out. At the end of the day, it will just be the L-Dorb going over to Jeremy, picks up that showstopper. Now, no command is still available, so Crow, he's got the counter ready as soon as he hears that.
Here we go. Raise inbound. Oh! What a weird exchange. Depp does get the kill on both.
And a great flash as well. Depp good for 2.
Jesse Vash lurking up in the bubble. The Boombot's going to go out in a haul, but the real threat's from above. Envy gets the kill. Looks like Laz is going to get this plant off, but as the wraparound comes, Envy gets 2 more.
A great setup from Jesse Vash to make that happen. Now he's checking from heaven.
Gives him a haircut. Now just Sugar Zero remains. And he's not going to find any opportunities there. This is going to be an easy-peasy defuse. Team Secret with a 4th win. Can they get a 5th? That would be really nice.
They absolutely need it right before the half switch. I mean, for one, it would give them the momentum going into the second half as well. I mean, great recovery here from Envy. The thing is, the entry from ZETA was so good. It was almost, I would say, almost a mistake from Team Secret to not have emptied the site knowing the null command was available. But at the end of the day, Envy, the setup from Jesse Vash with the fault line before the plan actually goes down, and then Envy swinging confidently off of it. Great, great retake setup here from Team Secret.
Okay. Round 12 here. We've got an operator in hand for Dep.
Yeah, of Team Secret.
Yeah. They've had some pushes early on in the garage. Dep wants to see if he can maybe pick someone off, but it is going to be Dubstep who's actually switched positions over here covering B. A wraparound here on the defender's side. Looks like they're going to abandon A, other than just keeping Jesse in the distance to try to keep that under control. Oh,
oh wow. I can't believe Deb spotted that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The tip of the
He's
elbow.
Like, is that an elbow? And just shoots it off?
Yeah, well, he spots it the first time where you barely see a sliver.
When you're against an operator, the hit points are all in the elbow as well.
Yeah, and he just waits for the extra jiggle. Great focus. I mean, potentially off of the minimap, but this is drawing out a lot of ultimates from the side of Team Secret. They're starting to panic, react to Zeta's entry here.
Oh! Workham's reactions are so crazy.
Heal on, squad.
All right, just a bit of a reset here.
All right, Dep inbound here. And can he rocket this down? I love it. Jesse Vash is no more. Operator peering up now into heaven, as we've got 2 desperate Team Secret players that are going to have to try to do a retake or save. They already know the position of Borkum. Borkum pretty aggro in moments like this.
Yeah,
Laz at 5 HP as well.
They don't know if Envy screens or heaven, but they know for sure where Borkum is.
Player standing there.
Wow, Laz gets that. Oh.
Well, Envy's
trapped. Down. This is rough. Oh my God, everybody's escaping. They're everywhere, William.
Oh, man. Not much he could have done there, and with a 8-4 half, I would say Team Secret, it's looking rough. If you don't win this pistol, you might as well give this first map, Zeta's pick, over to them for that score on the board.
And, you know, Team Secret had most of their success in the early, kind of cheaper rounds, the rounds that do come down to just gunplay and a little bit of utility there at the start. Kind of crazy, Laz actually got the pick there on the Borkum, by the way. Laz at 5 HP inside the Viper bubble. No one missing a pound today yet. I'll point that out. In case you guys are wondering,
all the fist
between every round, me and William have pounded. We haven't missed out either, so everything's okay so far.
Yeah, we're doing our part.
Yeah, we're doing our part. My fist hurts a little bit, but that's okay. So we're going to go into the second half here. Zeta has had a pretty comfortable commanding performance. I think we've seen some real moments of brilliance tactically from Team Secret. Some moments where they really clutched it, but just overall, Zeta is much better. And by the way, they seem to have improved from the weeks past in not bleeding the clock too much.
Yeah.
And turning their pace into their Achilles heel.
On top of that, again, the fact that they get the read that the Toxic Screen is just a passive setup from Team Secret. They use that against them. They're always getting control of mid. And here's the thing. Hopefully, I'm curious to see if this translates over to Lotus as well. But because they took mid, that's why Zeta was able to not bleed out the clock, because they had confident information in parts of the map, right? They weren't always just stuck on one side of the map. They always had 2 points of entry. So great improvements from Zeta, much cleaner decision-making and great reads on Team Secret's setup. Curious to see. Hey,
what happened there?
You could drop the sign. He was waving to the camera.
What did it say? Oh,
I cannot tell you.
I read Japanese, but I'm not going to tell you guys either. I just.
Wow, you're selfish.
I have no idea what it said.
I ran into some of the Zeta players.
Oh,
my girlfriend likes
Well, we've all experienced that. We know what that's like. My girlfriend tells me that every time I come home after the cast.
She's like, yo, Jesse Vash is a great guy.
And I go, I know, baby. I know.
I mean, Jesse Vash, if you like esports, if you like games just in general, and you followed his career, I mean, he's charismatic. He's had such a storied career.
Yeah.
He's a great leader. I mean, a great player to be a fan of, absolutely.
Yeah, well, it's great to see these old school legends that are still able to hang with a lot of these young new players.
And here's the thing, I mean, Laz trying to make a name for himself over in Japan is kind of that role as well, right? Really the superstar that's been helping, carry the pride of Zeta Division all through these tournaments.
Okay.
All right, this round, so important here for Team Secret. How are they going to get the spike over into this? We've got a very wide split since Team Secret wants to rely on maybe getting a pick before they decide which side of the map has been softened up for them to crack into.
Oh,
Pop flash.
Oh,
and
Depp dodges it, though.
I can't even believe those reactions. Depp, beautifully done. Borkum already out of the picture as Team Secret collects up into vents. And it's going to have to be up to Jesse to try to grab this shot over here.
Okay, so they already have control of mid.
Yeah.
But the spike not ready to go in just yet.
Flashback.
That flash just to buy time.
And again, they need to get this somewhere. It looks like it's going to be over onto A.
They hear them, though.
We've got Sugar Zero ready to receive this.
Yep, backup has arrived. Zeta's ready for it.
30 seconds left.
Great shot from 10. Oh my god, the crossfire's so nicely set up. Jeremy takes Pro out, but not without suffering his own losses. Jeremy keeps doing it, though. What?
Oh,
this is an insane exchange. 15 seconds left. The spike is not in hand yet. Envy has to come out there, grab it.
10 seconds
And this is going to
left.
give Laz some time to come in quietly, stealthily. And Envy's not going to know what angle Laz is at.
Okay, Laz has a guiding light.
Oh, huge round there. And again, not having that spike in hand, it's like you can get the plant, but man, there are so many different angles that, Laz can come in at. And Laz, he didn't know where he was until he actually saw him, and by then it was too late. 9th win on the board.
Depp with the reactions, and that's the mechanical potential that Depp has shown in the past, and why a lot of Zeta fans and Japanese fans have been kind of waiting for Depp to really find consistency, because when he pops off, right? His mechanics are very fast. His reaction speed is just way up there. Obviously, he's been raking in the kills as well. At the end of week 5 last week, he had the most kills here in VCT Pacific. Trying to continue to add on to that.
All right, another probe up into mid here. 10's going to see the Boombot ping pong back out. Always ready to peek. Sewers is going to be the area that's the spike will then go through.
Now, the Force Spy does come in for Team Secret, so do or die time. I mean, I don't mind it, right? You're already so far behind. You got to throw something at the wall here, but that does mean if you lose this, they're probably just getting ready for map 2.
Laz is ready. Oh, and his spray is perfect. Oh! That was beautifully done there by 10. Oh my god.
And the double spray as well. There was no way any members of Team Secret...
You can see he's like, no way, I'm sure I can get this, and it just connected like that.
Man. I mean, the first kill, it can happen. The second one, I think they were just expecting for Zeta to drop the attempt, but here's the thing, Zeta, they had so much information elsewhere that there was no reason to stop the spray.
30 seconds left.
There's nowhere for Team Secret to go. They go into A, they run into another crossfire. They go to B, there's still 2 members waiting. Oh, an excellent gravity well.
Enemy remaining.
Zeta is killing it in this round, but what do you expect? This is always a tough round after losing the first here. Jesse gets 1, switches to the knife, runs, and Sugar Zero clears him out. Now, I think if Team Secret can't win this next round, they probably can't win this first map.
Yeah, well, they're down onto pistols, though, right? They went for that Force Spy. I mean, look at this. Somehow 10 getting the finishing blow on both of those. But just great patience from Zeta. In fact, we even saw a glimpse of just how well-tuned they are today in that very last moment when they popped off that gravity wall in the entry point into A site. It was right as the poison cloud goes down, right? These are things that they're communicating with each other. And you can see, they've been practicing this map. There's a reason they picked it. Oh, and I love this as well. 10 not taking any chances, says, okay, if we see all this utility being thrown into mid, it's probably a rush. He just backs out of it because here's the thing. Their toxic screen is set up for a potential read.
Oh my god, this is crazy. All right, Envy gets it done. Sugar Zero's gone. But they back up. Still hanging in a mail here. Borkum with a deep lurk over there. Is going to get that kill.
What? Crow's still alive?
Well, I thought for a second Team Secret might be able to pull through with this. They are going to get the spike plant, but this is a doable moment here for ZETA.
Yeah, I think you meet up, you heal up from Laz.
Yep.
And now, just go for 3. Now there is a judge and a bulldog. Dubstep's the first point of defense
he's
with
got
the sheriff. Oh,
but he checks the wrong side. It doesn't matter though. What is happening here? Laz now getting that kill. Not a lot of time in this round. Switches to the sheriff for the long range.
I mean, he has time to try it. Is there a bonus? Might as well. Knows the spot of 1. Does he expect the judge though?
Does
not. At all.
More like Judgy Vash. Nicely done.
We're doing this or
Okay,
what?
so a desperately needed a round win here from Team Secret. But I mean, ZETA, they're probably thinking that's all you get. Now the buys are a little bit off for
Right there.
ZETA here. So it looks like they're just gonna go for, you know, a round to even out their economy.
Yeah. Surprising victory there for Team Secret. They played very well, and a much needed one. This time around, it's going to be action up in mid again. They do spot the Viper inside of the vents. What is happening?
Oh, 10. A bit of a miscalculation on the damage he was going to do to the bot.
Yeah, I know.
Poison's off.
He got body armor for the Boombot. Actually then gets flashed himself there. It's kind of a funny last few seconds.
Yeah, so 10, the reason he was constantly flicking back up was in case someone peeks off of that Boombot, but eventually he couldn't take out the Boombot in time as a result of that. So, you know, he made his choices. He'll have to live with it. Now Laz is going to get spotted. They do not care that he's there.
10 does take Envy out.
The spike's down.
There's a judge push here from Jesse, but it's going to be spotted. He's going to have to find a new position here. He peeks out anyways. Jeremy takes Laz out. Depp is gone as well as Dubstep is on point.
All right, Jeremy. Yep, patiently waiting. I love the backup that Jeremy provided coming back up into heaven.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's on
Oh
the check.
my- yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was going to see it first. Well, this isn't going to be easy.
Nice fault line. I mean, the way that Jesse Vash has been using these fault lines very proactively, right? He doesn't wait. He doesn't miss a beat. It was a little bit impatient when they were on the defensive side, but on the attack, it's been doing well. He's always had teammates prepped to swing on it.
They're not going to go for it.
Yeah,
They're going to back up, give this 6th round win to Team Secret, and try to bank on round 17 where they can take their 11th victory. You know, I think it's important that ZETA play very conservatively here in the next couple rounds and not overextend, not feed into Team Secret, because that's exactly what Team Secret wants.
And the thing is we're kind of seeing the same thing happen this time around where Team Secret now getting the good read on ZETA's play in mid, right? It's always 10, just waiting, and then uses things like the Snake Bite and the Boombot just to buy time instead of using the Toxic Screen. And they say, okay, well, if we can push him out of vents, we can go to B Heaven for free. It does end up getting a little messy, but Team Secret eventually closes it out, so I can only imagine that it's going to be a timeout where they discuss, do we want to change up the default utility setup here, right? Namely, 10's position and the Toxic Screen. Do they have other ways that they want to hold on to mid? Do they just empty it, right? And say, okay, well, you can take mid, we just won't give up Heaven on either side. I mean, there are all these things to consider here for ZETA Division. Curious to see what their choice is.
Such a close game so far. Obviously, ZETA is in the lead. This is doable right now for Team Secret. They played a very good second half, especially when you consider how the first 2 rounds started out. You know, with ZETA taking it.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be kind of a one-and-done deal here in the second half, but Team Secret, they are starting to strike back. Now this next round, ZETA will be able to buy back in, so see what the plan is here. Crow, I love the shout-outs for Crow, because here is a guy that has been struggling with the burden of IGLing for so long on the side of ZETA Division in the past years, And now with that going over to, you know, briefly Sugar Zero, now onto Laz, Crow's really been finding his stride. I mean, right now he's at the bottom of the scoreboard, but he's still providing so much impact with those 0 points. And in past matches, he started putting up a lot of those kills himself as well. On each other.
Gonna get flushed out there. Ted gonna have to back up.
Uh-oh,
Got some
Deb.
pressure building over here at A, but it's already shut down.
I've got your trail.
Okay, Crow's gonna have to back up.
Yeah, these Seekers are going to find that there's 2 members here on elbow. They still force the issue here. Yep, Jeremy's just going to go for the pinch. A great flash! Oh
Insane.
my gosh. But Crow, we just talked about it. He holds sight for just long enough. The backup is here, but the smoke.
All right,
That's it.
nicely done. Don't need to be too close when the enemy has that low HP, and now it's just Laz here. Laz will eventually get this kill. There it is.
No more Viper. My ult ready.
Thought about using the Seekers, but
Spike
says, okay,
planted.
we'll just...
Oh.
Okay, he knows where both of them are.
Yeah, is he gonna go up into heaven?
Well,
Gonna see if anybody's following him back up here.
I think
Nobody
he's going to
is.
save.
He could.
I mean,
Can
this is I mean, you do have enough round leads where you could go for an attempt, but now you've spent so much time.
I mean, if he's gonna do this and come down and get these
Is he-
kills,
I think he might just use the Seekers here and try to use them as a shield going in. No, he's just going to try to quietly go through, but he gets spotted.
well, I guess he could maybe go for an exit frag. I think it's too late. Yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and run for it. Kind of a wild round there. Team Secret barely eking out that victory. Laz so good at just lurking and maneuvering, and that was a crazy moment back there. So now it's 7-10, the game of catch-up. It's happening right now for Team Secret. ZETA wants to just get 3 more and close this out. It's not going to be an easy job.
Well, they're on their way for it now. We see the half armors coming into play again for ZETA. They'll scrape together whatever buy they can. I think the primary reason they're doing this is they don't actually really need to force any sort of buy here. You know, obviously 10 working with the judge. Now that's okay. Looks like he's just going to use the pit right away. So that's why they have the pit and then they have the Seekers as well. So they can force this buy to try to get an advantage once again in this coming round.
Yeah, the Viper's pit is set up over here at A.
Now, I do just want to mention 10's position because of the judge. Yeah, he wasn't really aware if anyone had pushed through, but they used an earlier guiding light. So now he takes position to really check if they will try to sneak across here. Do you peek across it?
Yeah, that's the question.
Okay, he makes some
Comes
choice.
out. Dubstep is there. Some shots fired. Can't grab that orb just yet. A minute left here. Team Secret is going to inch up here towards Mail. There's a double stack up in heaven on the B side.
And they dodge the fault line
Yeah.
as well.
Yep, very nicely sidestepped that. And back over here through Ramen is where Team Secret's going to go.
I would have been curious if Laz uses the Seekers right around the 40-50 second mark. Now it's too late, so they're just going to regroup. It really comes down to Sugar Zero here and Crow. Do they have the support? They're actually just going to fill the site.
30 seconds
Sugar
left.
Zero's not hit.
Well, Jeremy gets 2.
Oh.
Sugar Zero's got his work cut out for him.
He's got to get more than one.
He gets another. Spike down.
Standing.
Spike down.
Just 10
B.
left, though. That spike is nabbed. Plant over here just towards the corner. And this is going to be one I just don't know that 10 can do. 10 going to grab a weapon, go and hide somewhere. It's going to be the 8th win. Team Secret is doing it, William.
It's happening. They're striking back, and now ZETA, because you went for this buy off of the ultimates here, namely the Viper's Pit, you're back down on a back foot again. Now 10 just trying to go for any potential exit frags here. If not, he'll just die to reset, gain whatever, you know, econ he can so he can catch up for these half-armor buys in the future. Oh,
My God, it almost didn't work.
Ah.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, he had the timing calculated right. If he was able to really run through and start the defuse right away, he could have tried to stick it, but he does get stopped with a couple shots also.
Kind of a scary moment there for Team Secret. It's like, oh man, these guys are good.
Jesse Bash didn't know what hit him when that judge started firing.
Yeah, Jeremy, though, I think is the real MVP back there, and we saw why. I mean, the way that he cleared out the site made it so easy for that plant to get set up.
Well, and their attack, their executes, the way they've been flashing for Jeremy has been really good. In the past maps that they've played split on, in the past matches rather, Jeremy's entry's always been quite good, but sometimes he was kind of on his own. Today, the flashes are perfectly in sync for Jeremy to take advantage of.
Jeremy taking a little bit of damage there from Laz.
But he has snuck across, and ZETA doesn't know for sure. They're suspecting, I think maybe Laz heard him at the very last second there, but either way, now again, ZETA forced to take a slightly further back position. Now they have stacked A though.
Borkham's here.
Oh boy, you've got a Judge, you've got a Bucky.
Oh, Jeremy's just too fast. They've already cleared it out. The nade's gonna come through. Laz has to go down to hell.
I mean, Team Secret, they're kind of thinking right now, okay, what's the deal here? Okay, Sky's still near screens. There were already 2 in heaven. Was this a stack? They don't want to take their chances against these shotguns. Oh, he sees Borkham.
Oh God.
Jeremy until his team can flash for him.
Deb gets the drop there on the spike.
Last player
But this is not going to be doable. Sugar Zero is once again going to be the odd man out. Jesse
30
Bash
seconds
plants.
left.
My God, Team Secret's doing it. This is going to be a 9th round win.
A great way to catch back up. That's going to be 5 rounds in a row if they secure this one, which they absolutely will, as Sugar Zero just looks to, you know, potentially, kind of fates avoiding each other here between Dubstep and Sugar Zero. But,
Yeah.
you know, he's just going to look for, you know, potential exit frags here. He's got the half armor. He's got a Vandal upgrade. No reason to try to greed this. I mean, Team Secret is rich enough that they have no worry in the world. Team Secret has been playing this very well, and I think a lot of this, again, comes down to the fact that, you know, after the initial 2 rounds, they read the play from ZETA in the middle of the map. They start forcing 10 out of there. And then they've been able to just flash for Jeremy so well into these sites. And here's the thing. That's with the breach and the guiding light. I think we'd have to go back and look at some of these replays, but I think a lot of the times what they're doing is maybe using that flashpoint in sync with the guiding light, so that even though the flashpoint is considered a relatively easier flash to dodge, if you swing, the guiding light's behind you as well. You're flashed
Right.
one way or the other. You get a lot of coverage for Jeremy to take advantage of as he flies through the site.
I think it's a really intelligent observation you're making, and I think it's one of the reasons why Jeremy, every time he swings out, is just murdering.
Yeah, I mean, while Jeremy's been fragging out whenever he's played this Raze, he's had a much easier time of it today.
All right.
Again, they force 10 out, right? I mean, they just say, you're not getting control of mid.
And a quiet start here in round 20. Not many more rounds left in this first map. Nobody's overcommitted down to mid, although we do see Jeremy peeking out. He's going to send his Boombot out to try to get a read as the advance up into mid starts to occur.
Now, I will say, at some point, it would have been nice to see ZETA push a little aggressively outside of either A or B main, right? I mean, this is the thing, is that they've just been playing default the same way over and over and over again. They finally try to get some form of barrage control, but even then, he's just hiding in the smoke. Sugar Zero finally peeks out, but they're still split, right? So at the end of the day, Team Secret, all they have to do is, you know, bring some attention to middle of the map, make sure people are tied up there, and then go for a 4v2, 4v3, 5v3 advantage as they execute onto the site. It doesn't matter if it's only 30 seconds left. Now, this one is, the countdown's a little close, but
30 seconds left.
It's going to be tight. If ZETA can get the first few shots off and sandbag this a little bit, this could work out.
oh, Laz gets stunned. 10 with a great shot, though, and the snake bite.
Toxins
That's
screen
buying
down.
time.
They've been able to sandbag it for now. 15 seconds left here.
10.
It's another. It's just in being dubstep here in a 2v2.
Spike down A.
He needs to stick it, but the showstopper!
Enemy remaining.
No time. Envy trying to get the kill, but he can't.
Huge round, 9-11. ZETA starting to win those rounds again. They get that much closer to the finish line.
Oh, man. Trusting the Cosmic Divide just a tad bit. And then the fault line, again, this was all set up for Jeremy, but here's the thing. They were so focused on elbow that they didn't even consider that back corner. And 10 with some great tracking shots there to get the first 2 kills coming into the site.
Such a hype round there. This time around, we're going to have somewhat of a similar setup. This flashes up in towards mid. We've got a 3-stack push up here.
Okay, the fault line to make sure they can control mid once again. Now, 10 switch things up just a bit. With that snake bite coming out, they know that he's in vent, so they're gonna have to start pushing. But Jeremy is on his own island, and 10 has gotten the flank.
10 with the spam shots. Nicely done. Jeremy comes forward, unable to connect to Crow. He does manage to find Sugar Zero. Depp takes him out.
Oh, Depp with a close swing as well. Dubstep on the lurk, though.
Yeah, big lurk, and now he can nab that spike. Where does he want to take it?
Well, his backup is in B, but Laz is already here.
Dubstep has to cross this.
I mean,
You know, down there is Borkum ready to cover for him, but can he actually cross this line? Laz is going to peek again.
Last player standing.
That's going to be it. Spike is stuck up here. 45 seconds, but this is a very difficult situation. Borkum, you know, what are you going to do? I'm going to say maybe could rely on his instinct, try to play a slow one where he ramps all the way through alley and around, but now it's going to be Team Secret fighting for overtime. ZETA just needs one more victory to close map 1 out.
yeah, that was a rough round for Team Secret, where they were eventually able to equal out 2v2, but Borkum, I mean, I gotta imagine that their comms are perhaps a little hectic, where Borkum and Dubstep couldn't make up their mind on, do we group up, do we pinch, right? Does Borkum go for the flank around alley? Do we just they had 50 seconds. They could have regrouped and gone to A, they could have regrouped to mid and gone to B, but, you know, they just said, okay, well, let's hide our info, let's cut audio, let's let Borkum try to do something, see if ZETA overextends, but here's the thing, ZETA is one of, if not the safest team in VCT Pacific.
Yeah, historically they've been very conservative, and I think this is a situation that ZETA is going to be very comfortable in. Now, we've seen Jeremy with some pretty crazy poke outs, getting some wild kills and causing some imbalances there for ZETA, but I do think this is almost unimaginable for Team Secret's going to come back.
The Nices, we haven't heard the Nices as much, but ZETA Division, they've been regaining their flow without, you know, the nice remix that really made waves around the world when they made it to 3rd place in Reykjavik. All right, Team Secret, do or die time. You only have the pit. You are 1 point away from the showstopper, but probably not a good idea to try to greed for any orbs here. Just an early strike onto ramp. Now here's the thing is, if you don't get mid control, Jeremy's gonna be stuck up here all on his lonesome.
Okay, they're trying to make some advances down here. Keep in mind, Borkum's actually the one with the spike.
They're
mid.
most likely going to rotate over to B given the positions, right?
Right.
And okay, Jesse Vash spots him.
Hawk out.
Laz escapes, flashing that area. It seems like they're actually going to trap Borkum up into A, especially after seeing how far down Laz got over on the B side.
They still have an opportunity to rotate over, but here's the thing, they have no idea how many members are on either side. Yes, they had information of the push out from Laz, but that's not anything you want to make assumptions off of. So eventually, they're grouped up. None of them get tagged by the 0 point.
Yeah. Jeremy's going to come down now. Over on the other side is Crow. They don't commit.
Are they going to flood out here?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Depp's still good for 1.
Oh, Crow's doing it!
One enemy
Just
remaining.
Jesse Vash, and then it's a 1v2. Can Jesse Vash clutch this? If anybody could, it'd be him. 10 and Laz on the hunt. The spike gets picked up. 20 seconds.
No, he's going to try to get 1 kill first. Oh, and he can't get it.
Defenders win.
Great.
Talking about some of the differences here, I think the biggest thing is, you know, that Jet, probably Dubstep wanting to make good use of an operator here on the defensive side. Now, then the question is, can they get it early enough? On top of that, you know, they want to use the breach. Okay, so then you pair it with the Jet. The timings are a lot cleaner to work off of the, you know, the tailwind into the flashpoint. See if they'll have an opportunity to showcase that. Nice comp change from ZETA. They were running that Neon earlier. This was a month ago, right? 4 weeks ago in week 2 against RQ. So clearly they've gone through and changed some things up despite having a quite one-sided win in that match.
We see a little push over here up towards C.
And as soon as they hear it, they're on for the hunt, but he can't get the kill. Don't step.
So many missed shots.
Oh,
it's
no.
chaos over here. Borkum gets a drop on a Depp.
Yeah, but now they have to commit to this. They're trying to.
Whoa!
Oh, and they find Laz. They realize it's a spike as well.
C.
Okay, that was a crazy moment. Luckily, Sugar Zero does have that spike. They're going to try to hop over into A.
Toxin screen down.
Jesse Vash is ready, though.
Well, yeah, and then the alarm bot's covering.
Ooh.
Whoa,
Great
Crow.
shot from Crow. Envy trades him out.
Oh, he doesn't get hit. Oh, but a little late. He tries to make sure that he can send up the recon bow primarily because the Killjoy utility had been shut down, and Zeta strikes fast. They've already taken Heaven control. Dubstep will be the one to check this. Okay, so they know one's up there.
Toxins going up.
Then going to have to back out. Sugar Zero.
Oh! Sugar Zero.
The most unfortunate moment to turn there.
And I think he missed it. I think he was too focused on his
Player
smoke.
standing.
All right, Envy continuing to be so consistent. Team Secret takes that oh so important pistol round that always ripples through the rest of a half.
Change of plans.
And they keep this continuing to build up. Again, so important they bring this to a map number
That's
3.
not ready.
You know what I love about Lotus so far is that we still haven't seen like a universal interpretation of agent compositions on this map, right? You see many different variations in terms of how do you want to fight.
Damn, Envy.
Oh, Envy just popping
Yeah, I
off.
didn't know that's how it looked. I love it.
All right, but yeah, you know, the Breach and the Omen, I mean, this is a heavy commitment into winning the initial duels. You know, other teams have other ways that they work around it. Some teams going for Viper and Harbor, very different interpretations, but Team Secret, they're here to fight.
Sugar Zero now creeping up into B. Don't find anything just yet. Looks like they're going to rotate
Ooh.
the spike over here into the hands of Sugar Zero. Envy's ready.
And I also want to just note, Dubstep did buy that Vandal, so they really want to try to snowball the advantage they have here.
Oh, blinded. They're just going to spill in.
Steps already through.
Borkum gets 2.
Oh, the reload!
Oh, it's chaos. It's just a full flush out. Team Secret, in what may be the shortest round here on map 2, crushes Zeta.
I can't believe Envy survives that. Backup coming in from his teammates. Almost dies to death. Actually tried to go for the knife play himself, but a
Yeah.
great paranoia
Just
from Borkum.
running onto site, completely flashed.
Down B.
Little haphazard there from Zeta.
Yeah, Borkum was just there in time. I think the knife might have connected as well because he was mid-swing, but either way, a great defense from Team Secret. But again, Flashpoint and Paranoia, right? I mean, you're getting hit by one or the other, and now an aggressive push out with the fault line once more. Recon bolt afterwards to see if anyone snuck through rubble. This gives full control to Dubstep, and he's got a Vandal.
Toxin screen down.
Oh, they've pushed him entirely out of A. I mean, Zeta,
Yeah.
now they're working with just 2 sites. If they want to open things up, they have to regain control of A main within the next 30 seconds. And, oh, well, Team Secret's very ready for this.
Jesse Vash just hopping. Dubstep ready. If there is a peek and he gets one, can't get the second.
Spike
10 returns
down
the
A.
favor.
Yeah, but lots of damage still done. Can he recover this Vandal? Nope. A little far. He has to go to the other side to jump over, but he's just making sure. Once it's safe, I'm sure he'll still try to grab that Vandal.
Okay, 50 seconds left. Zeta in a very Zeta fashion, really biding their time. And they're going to be, it looks like maybe pushed out again. B, maybe where they actually want to go. Borkum is going to be here ready. Sugar
Yeah.
Zero actually dodges that blind nicely so.
But it just buys enough time for the backup to all arrive, right? They heard the footsteps go through the door. Now they hear the door
30
open
seconds
again. So now they'll know it's C, but Team Secret has regrouped.
All right, and on to C they go. Envy clutches that. 20 seconds. Sugar Zero backs away. This means Envy may have to come in here and push, but could end up catching Crow in the sweep around.
Oh, and he recovers the weapon as well. The aftershock. Sugar Zero's just, he just wants to plant.
Yeah, he gets it and tries to shroud step away, but is denied. Oh my God, Team Secret is doing it and making it look easy. You know, we talked about how we hadn't seen them on this map yet. We didn't really know what to expect. Are you avoiding this map because you don't know how to plan it? Or are you avoiding this map because you have some big plans?
Oh, I like it, yeah. The ultimate question. Well, so far, the plan's coming together quite well for Team Secret. Oh, I thought maybe an early timeout, but the clock will continue counting down here. So Zeta, just going to see if they can try to figure out the next couple rounds. But here's the thing. It's not so much about like Killjoy setups, etc. It's just the liberal use of the fault lines, right? It's on cooldown. They're using it every time they have a chance to gain advantage of space, and then Team Secret holds it. very well prepped, and that gives them an opportunity to hold on to things like the paranoia to buy even more time in a later part of the round.
Zeta gonna back up. Maybe coming to A. As usual, Jesse Vash ready.
Oh,
And they
Poison's
do
off.
have
Toxin
Pro
screen
still
down.
up here to mid to see if it's possible Envy and Dubstep try to come through.
and they're emptying A site. They have the Rolling Thunder on the side of Team
Right
Secret.
here.
So after Jesse Vash finds initial contact, he just says, okay, let's just hold on to stairs. I don't know if they've come through. Let's just make sure we can get the pinch. Now it all comes down to Crow, in my opinion, here, but they're checking for him on Pillar as well. They're gonna swing on him off of the stun.
Dubstep gets him. Another
Oh,
big
man.
victory there. And A is cracked wide open. It's going to be up to Team Secret here to try to get that retake if they can.
There.
They have to be aware of the potential of the Rolling Thunder. They cannot rely on flooding site. Yep, so they're gonna fake it? No, you gotta exit the site. Yeah, Laz is just gonna empty it out. They wanna push against this Rolling Thunder. They're fighting for it. Oh, but Jeremy with the initial kill.
Team Secret continues to do it. This is looking
One
more and more
enemy
like a
remaining.
fourth round win, especially as Dubstep takes Laz out. Sugar Zero remains. He finds Envy.
Yeah, bit of a lackadaisical peak there, but
What is happening? Oh, still enough bullets in the chamber.
wow.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Man, Team Secret not taking any chances there with the Rolling Thunder, right? They had Jeremy purposely positioned a step ahead in case anyone peeks out because they had given up entire A site control, including stairs. Just very, very well prepped, and this is what Zeta understanding. They understood the homework. They said, okay, they have Rolling Thunder, that's why the site was empty. We got to push out against this. 2 members stay behind, 2 members push up front. Team Secret says, nah, we're not taking any chances.
And so far, Team Secret has played the perfect half. How much longer can they keep doing this? Zeta's tried to create some opportunities. They've come in here with caution, but every time they peak, they get shut down. And not surprisingly, Zeta is going to call for that timeout as things are getting pretty out of hand here.
Yeah, I don't know what they talked about in between the maps here, but Team Secret, you look at the energy they have on stage right now, clearly they were very confident in their Lotus prep, right? You can just tell that they're pretty much feeling that this is going exactly as we expected it to. We're going to go to a map 3. They already feel like they're on their way. Now, it is still quite early, but 4-0 on the defensive half.
Yeah.
Team Secret on a map like Lotus. Now, Zeta, they haven't been able to farm orbs all that much, right? They haven't gotten too many plants. I mean, this has been a rough start on the attacking half.
Yeah, they haven't really managed to make anything even out of the losses themselves. It's been pretty brutal shutdowns every time. How are they going to play differently here? And do we have any kind of mix-ups here like we've seen in the past? Is Team Secret going to try to be aggressive here?
All right, so the toxic screen continues to be the way that Zeta wants to vie for control on A main, but they need a different answer to covering their flanks, right? Regaining control someplace else. Okay, now here's the thing. Team Secret, this time, they have From the Shadows. So Omen can provide backup, make sure that, A Heaven is secured if a strike comes in. And now this is a very early drone, but they spot the rays out of all agents. So that brings Dubstep over on backup, Smoke back on B. I mean, look at Team Secret's movement across the map. They're always repositioning to a point where the Breach can always provide, support. And then there's extra firepower on A because the site's still in control. Great reactions, very quick comms coming out from Secret.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to set to come in here. Just pinging this on the map. Here they come now. Zeta going to move out.
Oh, the fault line. I mean, yeah, you get the Trailblazer stun onto Jet, but you've all been stopped through the door.
But Zeta hasn't come into A just yet. In fact, they're going to try to wrap back around, maybe slip it into B over here on the side. Killjoy ready.
But the Nano Swarms, it's bought so much time. 2 kills. Now Borkum already on the flank. I was about to say, all Team Secret has to do is just stay alive and go for the retake. Dubstep even winning out the battle on the flank here.
Dubstep waiting.
Laz
ready.
has to get another kill. That's what he's going for.
One
Yeah,
enemy remaining.
Dubstep is so in control right now. He's playing so well. Oh my God! Even that was impressive, and he died there. I mean, trying to get back away.
Yeah.
All right, 11
10
seconds.
seconds
Sugar
left.
Zero's pinged. He'd like to take this Vandal with him into the next round. He's going to get this plant, and he's going to try to fight it.
Oh,
No.
just
And
a bit
again,
shaky.
Another painful loss there. No plant, no extra creds, no Vandal, no nothing.
You always got to go for the extra creds. You always got to get that extra credit. You never know when it's going to make it a B+ from B.
That's
man.
right. Well, I'm honestly stunned that Team Secret's playing as well as they are. Not that I didn't think they would do well, but they're basically playing perfectly. And ZETA has absolutely no answers.
They don't. I mean, ZETA, they do look a little lost, right? It already feels like they're just trying to throw things at the wall here. And this is a team that has always played very safely. Now, here's that operator from Dubstep, too. Oh, he dodges the flash. He's counter-flashed it. And he gets the kill.
Damn. Oh, my God. Great shot from Sugar Zero.
Okay,
I thought for a second Dubstep was going to get his second kill right away at the start.
Now, the thing is both teams know that this operator is a much prized possession, so there's a bit of a mind game, but Laz gets another pick and another onto Envy.
Yeah, a little bit too hungry for that. That operator that earned them a lead to start is now a disadvantage for them. ZETA is sitting very comfortably here. They're going to come in to see. It is Jeremy and Jesse Vosh, a very scary duo to go up against, but I think this should be an easy round to close out for ZETA.
Yeah, I mean, you gave a Phantom and the operator over. I mean, especially on a C plant. Oh, and the pit. I mean, at this point. You have the creds, so Team Secret, I mean, they can go for this. Crow is relatively close to his ultimate, but I think at the end of the day, Jesse Vash just wants to do whatever damage he can.
It's a very cool lurk.
When he just wraps all the way around.
Yeah.
He's like, well, do you think they're here? I don't know. Obviously, he's not going to spam it. I think he's just waiting for the pit to go down to see if he can get a pick right at the end. But ZETA has no intention of letting that happen. Oh, man.
Oh, that's
Twist of fate.
Yeah, the turret finds him. First ZETA win, and a much-needed one. Let's see if they can start to make this their mounting comeback. Team Secret has almost run away with his entire map.
Okay, so they keep the operator. I can only... Oh, wow. What a shot. Just great.
Laz played so well there.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, let's see what they can do with this newfound operator.
Well, that's my question is, you can't put it on Laz as much as he's a great operator because he's playing Sky. He constantly needs to channel his utility. So it does go on to Depp. He does have the showstopper eventually for an entry. All right, I don't mind it. Go for the op battle against Dubstep.
Okay, this time around, we've got this operator in the hands of Depp. Peering down, looking for a pick. Doesn't find anything just yet. We do have the same story here for Dubstep.
Yeah, the thing is
Wait.
Borkum's not at a place where he can get cleared out by this operator. The nano swarm
Yeah.
being used. Oh!
Ooh!
Does get spotted, and Depp takes a big hit.
Yeah, he got winged there, 25 HP.
All right, the alarm bot still stays alive on the side of Team Secret, so Borkum's going to be safe. Ooh, the jump peek gets spotted. Depp, is he going to go for the swing? Oh, they correctly identified that there's a potential peek out here and tried to take out Depp. Now, he does get healed up either way.
All right, that's going to force Dubstep back, at least maybe giving them a little bit of ground to try to cover. 35 seconds left. This is not a lot of time, and they're going to go all the way back over here to see is ZETA getting too slow.
This is going to be another
30
fault line
seconds left.
as soon as the smoke pops. The fault line doesn't come in. Oh, he's going to hold on to this for as long as possible. I think they're going to just try to take out the person who's trying to plant the spike. Yeah, they just trap him in there. And then the lockdown, there's no way for ZETA to get through this.
I mean, I think they bungled this round. Okay, hold on. They're going to go for a B plant. Good plan B.
Oh! Dubstep has too many targets. And eventually the spike gets planted.
One enemy remaining.
All right, just one left. It's going to be Jeremy.
You should run.
Starts that defuse. He knows.
Just has to hold
Go to
it.
half. Go to half. My God, he's
He
so
just
low.
has to hold it.
Oh!
Yeah.
Big play there by Crow. A nail biter of a round. My God. ZETA gets the second. Can they get the third, the fourth, the fifth? Team Secret's going to call a timeout and figure out how to stop this. Kill their plans in the crib.
I mean, a great lurk here from 10, and because he actually got a kill to get into sight, I mean, you saw that Dubstep was aware of it, he even saw the barrel, but it's just that there were too many targets that swarmed through the rotating door over on C. With Dubstep, there wasn't much he could do. I mean, at the end of the day, he had to get the diffuser. To do that, he had to take out either Laz or 10, and then try to fly into the site. Not enough time for that. A good timeout from Team Secret, right? It all started when they lost that operator, and I don't think the buy was a bad idea. Like, even against an eco, I think, you know, you buy it just to force the issue that ZETA has less options to work with. You were trying to take advantage of the fact that, okay, they have weaker weapons. We have 2 members backing up Dubstep. We should be fine.
Noble gang, I love this.
Oh, well, listen, we'll see if Team Secret can deliver. I mean, you've got fans here cheering for you. You want to see them try to get that win, but same can be said for ZETA.
ZETA fans here in our studio. It's been a fun night so far. And it's so exciting to see that Team Secret is still, again, in the lead. Does seem like ZETA is starting to adapt, but of course, that's what this timeout is for. Can Team Secret continue to reinvent their play?
All right, Hunter's Fury for Jesse Vash, who hasn't had too much of a great time being part of the winning combat here for Team Secret. Only 2 kills, 3 deaths on the board. Dep still has that showstopper, and it looks like they might want to make use of it if they don't find opposition here on the C side.
Take flight.
Oh, Team Secret, they just want to push out.
Not fast enough there with that pin. But he does see where 10 is. 10 going to just flee further back.
But I love the way 10 plays this, right? Because he hides on the right side, there's no further way for Dubstep to push out, because you don't know if anyone's still waiting on the other side as well.
That's right.
Oh, just using Shadow Step to create a little bit more confusion on whether he's gone into the site
Placing
or
alarm
not.
bot.
I like the mind game. I mean, no one from Team Secret has really taken a big bite out of it, but it does force a rotate over from Dubstep because they think that this is an investment. Oh, the fake is working out perfectly, actually.
It looks like it's going to be up into A.
They're going to wait for the recon bolt as well.
Yeah. And now they're going to pull the trigger.
You just got to empty the site. You have Hunter's Fury, no reason to flood it. Yeah, again, Team Secret, they're looking for a retake. ZETA is having too many thoughts, though.
Yeah, I feel like this is almost
30 seconds
becoming
left.
overly complicated and, you know, a moment where they probably could have just gone for it. Again, ZETA is very cautious, and this sometimes can bite them.
Yeah, so they eventually want to go for a B hit here. Oh, and they will get the initial kill into Borkum. That does break open the site. The Hunter's Fury just to try to stop the spike from coming in.
10 seconds
Is it
left.
enough? No, the spike will go down.
Yep, he gets the plan. Now it's going to be up to Team Secret to try to come in here with a retake. Dep over here ready to take on 2. Jesse goes down, as does Jeremy. Dubstep still giving a shot for this, along with Envy. It's going to be tough. ZETA's sewed this up pretty tight.
Yeah, I think you got to save here. I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, ZETA's very rich. They're not, you know, they're not in any trouble financially. They'll be able to buy in the next round regardless.
Got to say, I'm relieved for ZETA that they actually got the plant off. I thought for a second they were just going to bleed out all the time after A site was naked.
Yeah, it looked a little iffy, but again, it's a good understanding of the map, right? That you can still pinch onto B. I think the other reason they go for B, and man, I would love to see if there's a way to find this out. I wonder if it's because they realize, okay, is A site empty again? Do they have a retake planned again, a set play with that Hunter's Fury, where we're not going to be able to gain the advantage? Because then let's throw a curveball, go to B, right? Could have been it.
Crazy shot. I can see right now in Tokyo, they're very happy. Comeback is starting ZETA with 3 in a row. Will they be able to get that 4th? This is a little bit of a more troublesome round here for Team Secret. Got Jesse here with the Sheriff.
You've lost control of Rumble.
They're
You
gonna
cannot
do a push.
commit to this. Oh, even the backup coming in.
ZETA dropping him like flies. Borkum does get the hit onto Sugar Zero.
Okay, well, Jeremy has taken control of C main, but if he can't peek out and get this kill, 10 has no reason to fight this. They realize, okay, one person's pushed out, one person's still at the door. There's only 3 members left on the side of Team Secret. ZETA just has to take their pick. They'll have a numbers advantage.
Yeah. Easy call here for ZETA. But sometimes Team Secret, they get these flicks that are so crazy that then even the playing field. They are going to be in a spot that I think is pushable.
Right,
Jeremy up here to receive him.
Yeah, they'll have to wait until that toxic screen cooldown comes back up. but then it should be a quick strike. Crow just waiting to see if there's any other information
Turret's destroyed.
on the rotates here from A.
Oh, it looks like they've gunned him out. And now it looks like C-Site will be theirs for the taking. And I would
30
imagine,
seconds
yeah,
left.
Team Secret just goes and saves again. A likely 4th round win. Will ZETA go for the hunt and try to
planted.
eliminate them and starve them out from any kind of round reversal advantages by saving those guns? I don't know.
I mean, they could. You know, Depp and 10 are pretty close to their ultimates. If anyone was to go out on the hunt, it would be those two. But considering they weren't already in position to group up, I think they're just going to go maybe up to the halfway mark here.
Yeah.
Check the spawn of each side. And then they'll just play it safe. I mean, either way, in Team Secret, they should be going for these half armor buys in the next round, I would assume. They're on a, more than 3-round losing streak here. Actually going to be 4 in a row. Okay, well, now you know the location. I think now maybe you do go for a pinch here.
Well, yeah, but
One enemy
okay,
remaining.
Laz does that with just Borkum left now.
Borgum just wants to stay alive.
Yeah.
Oh,
1
he
second
hears
left.
it?
Oh!
Just trying to spray against that swing there. Now, either way,
need
10,
something?
whether he, got the kill or dies, he gets 1 point closer. He's only 1 point away from that Viper's pit. Not a bad choice at all.
Headshot.
I mean, great control there on the second shot as well, though.
That was a really impressive moment. Okay, if ZETA does this, it's 5-5.
Yeah, and again, while score-wise, yes, it's Lotus, 5 rounds on the defensive half, not too bad. But if the momentum goes over to ZETA, having figured out Team Secret's patterns here on the defensive side, the same could happen once you switch sides. Up 10, this time the fault line, but they got to clear the other angle first. Oh, then this was... Oh, this was the worry from Team Secret prior. This time they used the fault line to try to secure it, but 10 still gets out. And, I mean, at that point, you commit or you've kind of wasted your utility. You got to feel for Dubstep. I mean, this was the grand mission given to him to try to change something up here.
And now they bled one off. A little bit more probing here. They're going to send some utility up and completely blind out that area.
Scanning ahead.
Jesse Vash is going to see the bird come out, pull him immediately away from there.
Yeah, but ZETA has no reason to force this, right? They realize that Sova and Breach are still both here.
Right.
So they've already taken over C main. They've already taken B main. They could go either way.
Well, they're going to come back. 30 more seconds.
Yeah, Team Secret has to back off,
30
right? You don't have that
seconds
recon bolt.
It's been a very ZETA game. A lot of slow playing here, but they're making it work. You know, they're sticking with what has
Satchel out.
ZETA's done in the past, but this time it's succeeding every time. So we're going to get a plant over here onto A. It's going to be Jeremy and Borkum. Oh my God, Borkum bunny hopping forward there and then not having, enough
Well,
time to get his gun out.
yeah, you were going to die to one or the other there. Depp just toying with his food. Oh, man, most likely this goes to a 5-5 scoreline. Here's the thing is that ZETA is really using the somewhat mental impatience coming out from Team Secret, and the reason they can do this is because of their Asian composition. Team Secret does not have a composition that can passively wait on the defensive side.
Oh, that was almost really bad, but there it was. He does get the kill at the end, 5-5. Yeah, and Team Secret, we've seen them as an explosive and occasionally aggressive team, but you're right, they have to kind of poke to get information.
Well, yeah, I mean, the only way they can get, confident information is just through the Sova, right? You don't have a raise even for your entry, for your duelist. You don't have a Sky for your flashes or KO. You have a Breach. So once that recon bolt is gone, you know that Team Secret has to make a move during that cooldown to gain any sort of information. So ZETA says, oh, this suits us well because we like to wait. And now the Asian comp's really going in favor of ZETA. Of course, this can change, in the second half, but for now, I think ZETA just has Team Secret's number in the first half.
I do wonder if when we go to the second half, though, if this team composition is better suited for offense on this map here for Team Secret,
I mean, it's most likely they're going to try to start with a couple all-ins, I would assume.
Yeah.
But after that, again, the big question is, do they find a way to figure it out? Primarily, my question is, Team Secret, how much do they prioritize the ult orbs? Now, he was tapping that orb to see, initially if anyone swings or if anyone spams through the wall.
There.
Eventually, he'll just be able to secure that, make the showstopper here for Tep.
Now we they've got dubstep here. So close, just kind of waiting for some kind of close entry.
I think that Frenzy.
This should be a game where patience is going to suit Zeta very well. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Frenzy doesn't go through that
Yeah,
one.
we all saw it.
Yep.
We all thought it, but yeah, can't actually hit them from there.
Need a bit of a stronger weapon. Oh, a great little swing through the showstopper. He'll just be able to swing and launch it up onto heaven or the sight.
Yeah, it doesn't find
30
any
seconds
targets.
left.
Rolling Thunder just to buy time, but the backup. Oh, it does arrive in time. Jesse.
My world.
Spike
have
is
an upgrade.
down.
The
It's up to
Bucky's
the
watching the
Viper's
door.
pit.
The
Team
Bucky.
Secret's starting to do it. Team Secret's starting to do it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
A great retake. The Rolling Thunder, I was wondering if they'll be in prime position to do it, but Jesse Vash and Dubstep just flooding through A-Link there. And then Jesse Vash gets the kill. He upgrades to move in, leaves the Bucky
Last
behind for
round in the
Dubstep to hold
half.
the door with a great retake.
Yeah. Team Secret, of all the rounds they were going to win, that's crazy that that's the one they took it at.
Yeah, I mean, I
30
think this
seconds
happened on
left.
Split, too. They got the only thrifty here, and oh, Def just trying to run away from that Rolling Thunder.
Enemy remaining.
Envy even gets the aftershock against, I believe, the spike plant. A great retake here.
Okay. Round 12, the last one, of course, in this half.
Blinded.
The Team Secret push ahead after already starting with a big lead while Zeta played catch-up. Or can Zeta finish that mission of actually even in and out?
I've got your trail.
Okay, it's just a fast push. Team Secret, they have to make up their mind. Will they just empty it out for a retake? Oh, the drone was used, but he's somehow still alive. They don't push him.
Does get the pick onto 10.
Yeah, now this means that they have a full surround. Team Secret's very confident about this. The lockdown, sure. Now, it does get used right after the plant goes down, so...
Oh
no,
both
the miss.
sides whiff there. Lad's going to come around here. Borkum is ready, and Borkum gets the drop.
Right at the corner as well, not
Bomb
detained.
grenade out.
But Dubstep's just here to provide assistance. You know, keep one person tied up. The rest of the members have to get the retake done.
Oh, Deb's so clutch. Oh!
Almost.
Borkum. It's 2 versus 2 now.
Oh,
Oh, are you
Dubstep.
kidding me? How is that the
Player
shot that
standing.
happened? Dubstep solo. Sugar Zero ready. Rifle in hand. Oh!
Sugar
What a
Zero.
round.
Great finish there. And, you know, Team Secret, they had the right idea in a macro play,
Switching
right?
sides.
Borkum was hiding right at the corner, away from the lockdown, identifies that there's a spot he can hide. Dubstep, make sure that there's no one on the flank, especially once you heard that lockdown go through. But the thing is with that operator, he couldn't provide as much aggressive backup. You really needed to clear out Dep instantly, and man, they just could not. I mean, Dep actually using a Borkum smoke against.
I couldn't be more excited for this second half. This has been so close.
Oh, well, that's close as it can get. 6-6. Now, in theory, you know, the statistics on Lotus would tell us that, okay, Team Secret should have an advantage here. But, yeah, as we always say, what if Zeta just wins the pistol in the next round, right? Then it's just an 8-6. It nullifies that statement just a tad bit.
But they at least should have some more opportunities with the entry, you know.
Yeah, and again, my big question is ult or priority? Zeta was not as proactive about that, but that's just primarily they are a slower team, and they were correctly identifying that Team Secret has these kind of crafty set plays to combat the ult orbs. So, you know, Zeta making the correct choice there. Now the question is, do they have something to make sure Team Secret can't farm these orbs all day? Because if they do, I mean, they're looking at ultimates like the Huntress Fury, like the Rolling Thunder, to really just take over a site, get a free round win. So, curious to see what the changes are here.
Fingers crossed here for Team Secret. They played an extremely great first half. And if they can take this, it is going to go to map number 3. But Zeta, you know, they know how important this is. I think they're already thinking about Tokyo. They've got to try to get to the deeper part of the standings. And one of the teams that stands in their way is Team Secret. We've got a lot of teams in our lineup that are right in the middle. And this next week and the week after is going to be so important.
Lots of Zeta fans. Well, I love the little caricature drawings here. I can definitely tell who Crow and 10 are. 10's always got that beanie on. Fans for Team Secret as well.
Oh, man. So fun seeing the audience out here. Looks like we should be ready to now go into that second half. Of course, Team Secret here on the attacker side.
All right. Ooh, we see a buy being given over to Dubstep. So he's got that half armor and the frenzy. They're just going to full send it, and it looks like it's going to be a B site full send.
Yep.
Dubstep's going to go in, cause chaos, hopefully get an entry pick. Now, the question is, what's your post-plant scenario if you do break that open, right? Oh, they're not even going to make noise as well.
Yep, just creep in there.
They hear the Trailblazer on C. That should be their cue to go.
Toxins going up.
All right. Well, site's been taken over. Now, Zeta very well aware that this is a potential possibility. They'll just bide their time.
Nice shot from Borkum. 10 already wiped out. Spike goes down.
Oh, Dubstep, he's all on his own, and he can't get the kill.
Crazy shot there. Oh, Laz starting to win these duels. Sugar Zero with the smokes. Depp with the nade. And the blind comes through.
They
And
both get hit.
oh, they do a double poke.
And they make it
God,
work.
I can't believe it. Laz is just hanging back. Some shots fired through. They do connect. Nobody on Team Secret at full health.
They know what
They're going to
rotations
start it. They're going to
are.
start it. Oh, Borkum comes out.
Oh, the Nano Swarm takes a little bit of extra time, but they're also
Oh
low.
my God, this round is insane. Borkum comes, and it's not enough time. Crow clutches it. A defuse is done. Zeta takes the first win there in that second half.
Wow, I mean, Team Secret, again, I like the idea right now. The initial hope would have been that they could have actually pushed all the way out there towards Waterfall with Dubstep, but because they're met with 10, they have to actually pause a little bit. That means that they try to go, spread out even further to get control. That was why I was so curious. What's their post-plant scenario in a pistol round? And here's the thing, you go out, far into stairs with a frenzy, you're gonna lose that long-range battle. Dubstep gets caught unawares.
Poison orb.
Right, man. I think it's all that patch on the forehead, personally. I'm going to start casting with one of those on. Now, in this next round, Team Secret going to try to come up, it looks like in a C, at least try to find a pick. They do manage to take that dart out.
Yeah,
It does make them shy away as well.
and the snake bite as well, that just buys enough time. It again nullifies that cooldown from the recon bolt. That's the only way Team Secret's gonna get information. So Zeta, safely assuming that it's not gonna be any sort of hard rush off the back of that. Oh, and then the one-way again from Sugar Zero. And he plays it safe as well, and you have the better weapons. I mean, if the site gets flooded, you've got Spectres, you can run and gun defend it. And backups all here. B site is flooded with Killjoy utility.
You really see what that one-way does to just buy time. And we don't have much time left,
And
speak of it.
there it is. It's an A-site hit. They know.
Zero's ready.
All right, taking his time to provide a one-way onto the door.
Spike dropped in the back.
Oh, they can't get through.
That's it. It's just Jeremy left over in a completely awkward position. He gets one. Can he drop a few more before they take him out? Unfortunately, no. Now, when it's this close, the bonus round is going to be so important here for Team Secret. Zeta's played this very nicely, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, a good hold, right? They do end up dropping 2 weapons. I believe all 5 members have bought, so a little bit of damage, but no plant. So at the end of the day, Zeta not feeling too bad. Considering it was all Spectres left, can't imagine that they would buy up. They're just going to buy to even out for, yeah, they pick up a Bulldog. They will invest 1 extra Bulldog. So Crow, the only one who will not be able to full buy in the next round here. Dubstep with an aggressive push. Okay, so again, this is where we'll start to see what Team Secret has prepped in this map, because you've taken a main control, then what? The real homework starts here, right?
Right.
Okay, you can try to go for that orb. Most likely they won't spam through it considering the weaponry they have, or they should have in theory.
Yeah.
You can always swivel back to B, but if you don't have someone who's really prepping to get rid of that utility.
Trying to bait something out. It doesn't look like anybody's going to go for it from afar, but we do see a wraparound here with
Right
Sugar
here.
Zero and Laz's company.
Okay, so they caught a glimpse right at the end, it seems, so they know that there are members in tree. This has to be a B hit. I
Yeah,
can't
B
imagine.
looks too tempting, right?
Destroy.
Well, I mean, we're looking at the minimap, but here's the thing: they already know that tree is taken. They're gonna go with the paranoia. They're trying to flood it in.
Oh, dubstep still alive. Envy takes Sugar Zero out. It's starting to be a landslide here for Team Secret. Just 10 remaining.
I mean, they win purely
seconds
by number. Here's the
Yeah.
thing: is Dep's blast pack actually almost ruined that
Spike
entry,
planted.
shaking up the aim and giving them an opportunity to try to defend the site. But at the end of the day, they literally win by pure numbers. And 10, nothing to do here but wait.
Yeah. And so Team Secret is going to be taking the 7th round win. And they had to do that to realistically try to come back with either a win or overtime. And hopefully for their sake a win if they do have to go to overtime.
No,
The
Team
poison's
Secret, they do have to exit here.
They do seem to know where 10 is.
Flawless.
Yeah.
And that's going to be
Oh,
it.
and that's the member you wanted to get that kill, because Envy just makes his Rolling Thunder off of that.
Yeah, the stars align there for them.
Doing
Yes,
this a lot.
absolutely. This is another opportunity for them to try to catch back up. We'll see. Do they use it right away? I mean, again, we were looking at the minimap, which is why B looked so much more open. I was wondering, do they eventually make a move for it with Jeremy on that Killjoy? But they just say, okay, we know how we want to make sure we just flood Tree with all of our utilities so they can't push back out. Then we'll take over the site. We'll pinch onto Tree through the door.
Right
They don't
there.
lose a single member.
Okay, and they are going to come out.
Uh-oh, Dubstep's caught.
Big, yeah. Big connect there, but Zeta returns the favor. Orcum. Both sides starting to trade out here, but Zeta looking very strong, very healthy. Oh! Sugar Zero going to shroud step to the other side.
Well, this is just nanoswarms everywhere.
It's just everybody eating a little bit of damage.
Okay.
Hold on. Don't count him out yet. Jesse Bash.
Well, now they assume the site is empty, of course, because everyone pretty much walked out of it.
Placing swarm grenade.
I can't believe they've actually got this set up.
Yeah,